Ritual for morning boosting motivation, productivity, results and power of intrinsic motivation. Have you found too much information online about different morning routines and habits? Me too. Researching for years about how successful people start their mornings, this is a culmination of many household names of what they do. I've been practicing each one over the years and now I've finally determined the most logical, sequential, order to truly jumpstart a successful day for my 2018. 1. Appreciation. If you've heard of Jack Canfield, when I met him in Chicago he told me that every morning he makes sure he appreciates everything that he already has. Appreciation is the recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. After I wake up, before I even open my eyes, I make a point to appreciate at least 3 things, or people, in my life. Spending a minute on each one, a positive energetic feeling begins to fill my body and mind. 2. Alphabet math. Keeping my eyes closed, after giving application, I begin to exercise my mind for it to fully wake up before I even get out of bed. The idea is to say a number then a word in sequential order that begins with the next letter in the alphabet. Every time I do this, I pick a different random theme to continuously challenge myself. For instance, the theme for today could be food. What I do then is in my mind, or out loud, I say 1. Apple. 2. Beets. 3. Carrots. 4. Dumplings. Etc., etc. all the way to Z. 3. Write affirmations. Do you follow anyone who makes a lucrative living teaching people how to be successful? If so, then this is a no-brainer. I have chosen to handwrite my affirmations in a small journal the instant I get out of bed. The trick I've been taught is that they're all written in the positive and present tense. Since our subconscious doesn't acknowledge negations, only write towards what you want. It's also in the present tense because if it's based in the future, then it will always be out of reach. 4. Mirror work. The most prominent individual who promotes mirror work is Louise Hay in her book, You Can Heal Your Life. There are so many variations of what you can do with this and you'll know what's best for you with your own research. Standing in front of a mirror while looking into your eyes, remind yourself that you're in love with you. I personally tell myself everything that I love about myself. 5. Visualize goals. Whether you follow Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, or thousands of other people who achieved great things, this is another one of those habits a majority of successful people do each day. The biggest key to this is that you see yourself living the end result while experiencing that exact emotion you'll be experiencing at that moment. Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles, has a lot of great information on this. 6. Gratitude checklist. If you go to YouTube and look up Bob Proctor, you'll find a plethora of life-changing videos. The specific video being referred to is The Power of Gratitude in the Morning. Pulling out a separate journal, I handwrite 10 things I am grateful for. It doesn't matter if I actually have it or not. Meaning, I give thanks for achieving the goals I haven't achieved yet while also expressing gratitude for what I currently do have. 7. Set direction for day. Following up from the previous step, after writing 10 things you're grateful for, sit in silence for 5 minutes asking direction for the day. Think of this as a mini meditation. Take a few deep breaths, relax the body, and just ask for guidance. What we're doing here is that we're asking our subconscious. If you believe in God, then you're asking God, and if you don't believe in either of those, you're just asking the universe to inspire your direction for that day. 8. Send out love. As Bob Proctor mentioned in that video linked above, next is to send out love to 3 people that are bothering you. If you're anything like me, you could have a list bigger than 3. It took me some time to control myself and only focus on 3 people each morning. Even if you send love to the same 3 people every morning, it's the same as sending love to everyone who is bothering you. Think about one person at a time and then think about something you love about them. That's what I do. 9. Shadow work. According to Wikipedia, the Jungian shadow is, an unconscious aspect of the personality which the conscious ego does not identify in itself, or the entirety of the unconscious. Because one tends to reject or remain ignorant of the least desirable aspects of one's personality, the shadow is largely negative. Think of this as a mini psychotherapy session with yourself. You're allowing a part of you that you either don't know exists, or the part of you which you despise in others to come out and express itself. Number 1 international best-selling authors of Bankroll Your Mind, Richard Perry, and Lawrence Pipkin, say to spend 30 minutes each morning writing everything that needs to be said. This allows you to safely vent and uncover what you can work on. 10. Diet, vitamins. Everyone is different here, and it's up to you to decide how much energy, time, and money you'll invest in your health. The one thing every health professional can agree on is that food is medicine. I spent a lot of time cross-referencing different diets to determine what my grocery list would be. The 2 major diets I personally researched are paleo and blood type. 11. Meditate. There's an old Zen saying which states, everyone should sit down in meditation for 20 minutes a day unless you're really busy, then sit down for an hour. When I mention this to average and ordinary, they laugh at me because they don't believe their mind can work in their favor. Believe me, it can. Meditation helps me to create more time. It also helps to solve problems, improve physical health, improve mental health, and there's also case studies where it cures diseases. Still waiting for that one. 12. Read. Tai Lopez is known for reading a book a day and has a TEDx talk about it too. Being a student in his 67 Steps program, Tai refers to what's called smart reading. Smart reading, according to Tai Lopez, is reading what you need for that day. Instead of reading one book at a time, cover to cover, just read what you need. To do this, read over the table of contents in all your books so you have a general idea of what you can learn. Then each morning, after you know your direction for the day, read what's going to help you. 13. Body exercise. Personally, I don't exercise for the purpose of keeping my physical body healthy and in shape. I do it to keep my mind alert, creative, and productive. Just a simple 10-minute walk can have profound benefits in numerous areas of life. Whether if you desire being a bodybuilder and gain weight or if you want to lose a couple pounds, exercise is vital, along with diet. You don't have to go extreme and do P90X, a simple walk will do the trick. I climb up and down the stairs while listening to an audio program my phone randomly chooses for me. 14. Personal hygiene. Because I have multiple sclerosis, MS, I do my best not to come near breaking out in a sweat at any point of my life. If I do, the chances of me doing anything for 24 to 48 hours drops drastically because I'll have no energy. I convinced myself that there's no need to shower every day because why clean something that's not dirty or smelly? What I did notice is that when I do take a cooler shower in the mornings, I become more alert, refreshed, and confident than if I don't. Yes, I do shower to cleanse myself, but in my own personal world, I shower to ignite the day. 15. Brain exercise. If we are recommended to exercise, read, and meditate every day, then by reading between the lines, we should exercise our most vital organ too, our brains. There are a lot of brain training programs, but my personal favorite is Lumosity. I stick with their basic daily recommended training program, which doesn't take more than 20 minutes. There are so many apps and games you can play like Sudoku. I personally prefer Lumosity. I love it because not only is it activating different parts of the brain each morning, I get so into it that my heart starts pumping faster than me climbing stairs. 16. Plan day. Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Your morning planning is to review what you determined the night before. Whether you use a daily planner, in-app, or if you're like me, a sheet of loose-leaf paper, review what you have planned for the day and make any necessary adjustments. By this time, after all the physical and mental activity you've exerted, an eureka moment may have occurred, and now is the time to make any necessary adjustments for your daily tactical action items. 17. Sell Myself Commercial. Dr. David Schwartz wrote in his book, The Magic of Thinking Big, to sell yourself to yourself each day. Create a 30-second commercial where you're selling your talents, skills, and abilities to the most important person in the world, yourself. This is a motivator by reminding yourself of what you're capable of. The point here is not to express love to yourself like before, but rather to ignite your motivation and building up excitement to have the most successful day of your life. 18. Visualize day. This isn't visualizing your goals like we already did, this is watching yourself in your mind's eye successfully completing all the tasks that need to be accomplished that day. I am still experimenting whether or not to keep this here or to switch it around with the Sell Myself commercial exercise or even after the technology section described below. Do what you know is best for you. This visualizing practice doesn't need to last even 5 minutes. The more you do it, the quicker it becomes. Once you know exactly what you want to accomplish that day, watch yourself achieve it all. 19. Then technology. Even though I make money with technology, it's not something I want in my morning. After however many tens of thousands of years people have been on this planet, it's only until recently technology is now in most of our lives. Meaning, technology is very unnatural for humans. Once I take care of me, then I take care of business. I check all my emails and respond to only the urgent ones that need to be addressed. Same with social media. While doing this, I sometimes need to go back to my daily plan and make a minor adjustment. It's rare for me to do this because I make it a point to plan far ahead so that I can have a morning with no surprises. 20. Another snack. While checking my messages online, another meal or snack is something to do. This concept comes from the idea to eat 6 to 8 small meals every day. Never be hungry and never be full. 21. Go get it. Take action. That simple. Read Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog, to remind yourself to take on the biggest, most important task first. Dr. Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is another one that will upgrade your overall success too. What works for you? All of this is technically just one person's opinion on having a morning ritual to set yourself up for a motivated and productive day. Share in the comments what morning habit works best for your motivation and productivity. Power of intrinsic motivation. As part of my role at EEC, I hire educators from all over the world who wish to work here. I just got off the phone with one, a very capable teacher with years of experience. When I asked her what she was interested in doing with us, she gave me some numbers. The number of students she wanted to work with, the number of hours she has to work, and her pay. There was no lively banter about students she wished to help or her interest in whole child education. She was lovely. I'm sure she does good work, but I couldn't hire her. I'm very clear on my intrinsic motivation, or my own personal motivation, for the work I do at the Evolved Education Company. I wish to change the conversation about tutoring and education support to include academic excellence for the whole child. I want to hire people who share this motivation. I do not just want to provide a service which teaches your child how to do math or match your child with someone looking for some extra cash, although I do want to pay our educators well. Rather, I want teachers here who are jazzed about our mission. I want to teach a child math, but also how to study math, how to learn at his best at school and home, and to strengthen his social, emotional and physical development so he can learn at his best. When I hire people, I'm asking them about their motivation for doing the work they wish to do here, and if it aligns to our mission, that will support our efforts to hire them. Understanding one's intrinsic motivation is powerful, not just in a job hiring situation, but also in the pursuit of work or study. Of course, motivation will evolve, and what moved you as a 20-year-old will not likely be exactly the same as what moves you as a 40-year-old. At any time, though, it is helpful to have a way to determine your intrinsic motivation. Let me walk you through an exercise I do with the teenagers we work with. I had a class today and had them all do it, and they had such a great experience. I felt compelled to write today's article. The exercise is called PESA. The idea of PASA is to create your own understanding of what matters most to you, what works for you, or what you love about yourself in each of your developmental arenas. On a sheet of paper, write down P, E, S, A. P stands for physical. E stands for emotional. S stands for social and E stands for emotional. 2. Next, write down what you love and what works for you within each arena. For me, physically, I need sleep and to eat regularly and to exercise a few times a week. Emotionally, I connect with people and talk about my experiences and feelings. Socially, I must spend time with my husband, children, sisters and family as well as friends. I do not want to be in my house alone for the day. Academically, or in my case, work-wise, I love to have lots going on. I thrive when I'm busy with a mix of routine work and creative work. I am not a micromanager. I work well with micromanagers. I like to empower others to do what they do best. 3. Examine what you wrote and see if it is reflected in your work, your interactions with others, your schedule and your goals. For teenagers, this exercise can make them aware of their own motivations to develop physically, emotionally, socially and academically. In today's world, we have so many external demands and information about what we should be doing and about how we should be raising our children. Our children have the same type of should-be input, and they are often not motivated to work or to take care of themselves, because they do not have an understanding of what they want, what works for them or what they enjoy within each of their developmental arenas. Having a clear understanding of intrinsic motivation is powerful. When we understand our intrinsic motivation to do something, we can pursue it clearly, effectively and joyfully.